Hey y'all, I'm back. I know, long time no see. Welcome back to another episode of Chantel's Convo Corner. It's me, your girl CB. We have a lot to talk and catch up about, so I'm just gonna go ahead, and jump right into it. How's everybody doing after the Mercury retrograde? Hopefully y'all doing good, cause y'all know we getting ready to get into eclipse season. Y'all heard me. We are officially right now, we are in the eclipse portal. If it seems like the world is going crazy, that's to be expected. Just make sure you don't lose your own shit. So we'll get into that, but you know what? First, let me talk about myself. Do I have anything to update y'all on? Huh. Oh, okay. Let's get into it. So, I think I told y'all last time that I am a learning coach. Both my kids are on virtual. I have a junior high and a high school. High school, you know, it's okay. She's good. My junior high, this is her first real year in virtual, and so let's just say this curriculum that they're learning right now, it's very intense. So I want to say this, parents, be a little more lenient on the kids. Like, if you kind of see the stuff that they literally are forced to learn, it's a lot. It literally makes my head hurt. Literally, I'm listening to them right now. My daughters, again, they're 17 and 12, almost 13. They're out there blasting Evanescence like they pay a bill in here. It sounds like a concert. It sounds like a Y2K concert in my living room. And neither one of them was born in the Y2K. But you know what? They get their music sense from me. I do have great taste. I have great taste. So I ain't even mad. It's probably my playlist, to be honest. But it is kind of loud. Anyway, so like I said, trying to learn what they learn right now, it is a lot. It is intense. And I'm just like, hats off to these teachers. Whatever. I'm totally not. I've totally lost what I was saying. I need people to stay out. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, and welcome back to another, hopefully not too long episode of Chantel's Convo Corner. It's your girl CB in my studio. Long time no see, y'all. It has been a very long time. I think it's been a little over 2 weeks, so I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for being here. Y'all, what is going on? What is really going on in the world? I have a lot to update y'all on. My life is good, everything good, but the universe is really like doing some like shit. So, before I go any further, please make sure you like, comment, and of course, subscribe and or share my channel, this video, if you feel like anybody else that you know would love to listen to me babble and talk about stuff. And I guess you can call me a conspiracy theorist. I really don't give a shit what the hell you call me. I just want you to like come watch because I know what I'm talking about and I'm actually cool as shit. Okay, that was a great little spiel. But anyway, y'all, so we're gonna get into the universe, aka the lunar eclipse that we are having in T minus 3 days. I'm on the West Coast, West Coast, the best coast, yada I mean. Like I said, lunar eclipse in T minus 3 days, which would be Sunday, September 7th. AKA kamikaze as fuck. AKA I hope y'all is going with the flow. But we'll get there because that's how I want to end things. So we're just going to jump into what the hell I've been up to in these last 2 weeks. A whole lot of nothing. I have been unmotivated as shit. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've been just. Mercury retrograde ended and it's hitting my planets and shit really crazy lately. Um, I have a senior in high school, so we're just getting things ready for that. I also have a middle schooler who is learning the ins and outs of multiple courses and classes, and my anxiety's just been through the roof. And I realized the older they get, literally, the like less they need me. And I think I'm in my like mom motions. That's what I call them. Like, I was telling one of my like good friends earlier this evening, like, sometimes I could be like, hi, I love you, and like I won't get an I love you back, and I'm like, was that intentional? Or maybe you didn't hear me, should I say it again? Or, I don't know. And she had to remind me, like, think about it, weren't we like that with our moms? And I'm like, shit, yeah. But I don't like it. I really don't like it. But so I've just been here really trying to find the motivation to get back into the swing of things, get back into my businesses, get back into some classes that I want to take. Y'all know I'm all things spiritual, so I'm just trying to get out of a funk, basically. Trying to secure employment while raising my kids, and yeah, just trying to ride the waves. That's what I've been up to. Still posting my memes, still trying to be present, but it's been like a struggle these last couple weeks. I will not deny that. Um, but in all honesty, one of my other good friends had texted me the other day, and she had mentioned to me, she said, I hope that you post on your YouTube because I miss, no, not I miss. She said, I hope you record on your YouTube because it'll feel like I'm talking with a friend. And so we grew up together. So shout out to you, Hazel, if you're watching this episode. Um, y'all, I tried to record this episode. That's what I should have started with. Rewind. Hold on. I want to get into this like editor director thing. So let me do. Cut. Okay, y'all. So like I was saying, one of my good friends, hey Hazel, hopefully you're watching this. I love you. I hope you're feeling okay. I'm sending you positive vibes and a hug. I love you. But anyway, y'all, yeah. I try to check in with a lot of my friends as often as I can, and sometimes I be beating myself up like, Chantel, what kind of friend are you? Like, you need to check in more. You need to check in more. But I'm learning how to just, I check in. I try. So I checked in with one of my good friends, and um, she was saying to me that she was hoping that I was going to post on YouTube because to her it's like talking with her friend. And like I said, I have been in this rut for a couple weeks, and I was super unmotivated. Like, life had been lifing, and I hadn't been walking. I hadn't really done anything, to be honest with you. When school started for the kids, I just kind of fell into this deep, like, teacher role, and that's just kind of where I've been. And it's just been crazy. Eating habits have been for shit. Like, but anyway, I'm getting back. So, her saying that really touched my heart. It was like, I felt like I had a purpose. Like, I felt like somebody actually wanted to hear from me. Like, somebody wanted to be around me. And for me, that's very, I'm not used to that. Even though it seems like I'm very, like, personable. I mean, I guess I am personable. But maybe sometimes I'm not as confident as, like, I think I am. I think. But anyway, I'm working on that. I mean, I have confidence in certain areas, but there are other areas that I'm still building and working on. So, it's all a work in progress. But just knowing that I had someone who was actually hoping that I came on here and babbled and updated you guys on my life, like, that really was the motivation that I really needed. So, again, Hazel, thank you so much for the inspiration and the motivation. And I know everything went well, and I love you again. Um, so I was like, okay, I can let the people know what I've been up to. I've been on Netflix. I won't lie. I started some new series, and I'm not too mad about it. So the first series was this, I don't know. It's not like Fairyland, but it's like, I don't know what my kids call it, but it's called Stranger Things. Addicting. When I tell you guys, I went through all 4 seasons just through the weekend. That's how good it was. I mean, it's like alternate universes. And since I'm very spiritual, I believe in different dimensions and like all of that stuff. So they have things called like demogorgons. Hopefully, I say that right. They're like these damn animals from a different planet that's trying to like, or the, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's somewhere down there. But it's not hell, but it's somewhere. And they try to take over the up here. But anywho, I've been watching that, and it's pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie. It is pretty damn good. And I've also been watching Sweet Home. Sweet Home is a show that I was watching with my youngest. It's about like vampires and some other stuff. Um, but back to Stranger Things, the lingo, I'm just thinking about the lingo in that series. It takes place, I think, like back in the 80s. So, like, Elle, which is the girl with the powers that they find in the forest or whatever the hell they were living in, Hawkins. Um, People who talk shit, basically, they call them mouth breathers. So I think I'm going to incorporate that in my daily lingo because I was like, oh, that's actually kind of dope. Like, mouth breather. Like, and then for cool, they use the word bitchin'. Ah, that's bitchin'. Y'all, I fucking fell in love with it. So if you're on Netflix, watch it. It's called Stranger Things, okay? And then there's another little vampire show called Sweet Home. That one I had nightmares with, so be careful with that. But we're going to get into the documentary. It is called, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I could show you a picture. It's also on Netflix. It's a documentary about a girl who was bullied via social media via text. Hold on. I know I took a picture. Y'all, it's called, hold on, I'll find it. Pause. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so the documentary on Netflix is called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish. I can't say too much if you're going to watch it. Okay? Let me say this again. It is called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish. I have never wanted to pack up and go find somebody and beat they fucking ass. But again, I can't say too much, but as a parent, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that I wanted to touch on that. And that's also on Netflix. So all three of those are on Netflix. Stranger Things, Sweet Home, and The Unknown Number, The High School Catfish. Okay, so I've been watching those. Then I've been watching, wait for it, Naked and Afraid the Apocalypse. I know y'all sitting here thinking, girl, you are not going to make it on Naked and Afraid, so why are you even watching it? It motivates me, and I actually think I could survive Naked and Afraid because I have raised 2 daughters. They spend 99.999% of their time together. It's WWE SmackDown in here 98% of the time. Y'all know how dangerous that is? That's just like living in the wild. I mean, I have water and stuff, but guarantee, I don't watch just about every season of the regular Naked and Afraid, Castaway, Last One Standing, all those. I know I could build a boma. I know I could probably build a fire. I could boil the water. I could probably gather coconuts. But the one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to get any animals. I don't even think I would eat them unless it's a fish. Because I would feel bad. And I mean it. But I do want to try and go on the show. But that's another thing. Like they have to swim, and I don't know about that. But y'all know, I've just been chilling. Really, haven't really been up to much. Just really spending time with my kids, spending time with my loved ones, and just focusing on getting my businesses together because, like I said, I was in a rut for a while. I was not motivated, so I wasn't doing much of anything. So now it's just about getting everything together, hoping that I get some callbacks, and really just committing to my new projects that I want to start and meditating more, just getting back into my routine. So let's get into the universe. Y'all know we got a lunar eclipse coming. Like I said, T minus 3 days, which will be Sunday the 7th. So, if you don't know what a lunar eclipse is, a lunar eclipse, let me give y'all the actual Google definition because that's just what we're going to do. It's an astronomical, did y'all catch that? A lunar eclipse is an astronomical event that occurs when Earth passes directly between the sun and the moon, casting Earth's shadow on the moon's surface. Why I'm giving y'all those hand gestures, I don't know. But I did. So hopefully y'all got that. Okay, so in my lingo, how I would describe a lunar eclipse. Okay. Think about a Mercury retrograde. To me, Mercury retrograde is opportunities like tests that retest you. And you have the choice or decision to make whether you handle it differently or if you handle the situation exactly the same as before and get the same outcome, right? So you have the control over your choices and your decisions. That's Mercury retrograde. Lunar eclipses, they say lunar eclipses basically give you what you need, not what you want. I can't say that anymore. When this happens, if anything is lost between now, which is September, and October, it's meant to fall. It's meant to be lost. You're not meant to have it. Because that's one thing that the lunar eclipse does. It kind of makes the choice for you. Almost like that parent that, okay, fine, you didn't want to listen, now I have to show you. That's like the lunar eclipse. My advice, like I'm doing, ride the waves. Go with the flow. Don't stress. Relax. Do your best to ground. Now, I'm going to get into my grounding techniques. Y'all, techniques. I'm back. Y'all know I'm going to get into my meditation techniques in a minute. But, yeah, the lunar eclipse is kind of like the professor. It's going to teach. And so you just better listen up. So what I will say is that this is a time where you really want to make sure that you are taking care of and making a priority your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health and hygiene. All of that needs to be upped and just make sure it is not neglected. That needs to be your top priority. So when I say physical health, I am no doctor. I'm not an MD. Okay? I am a home health aide by trade. One of my trades. I'm a cheerful. I done did it all. Okay, but I'm no MD, so please do not take no medical advice from me. Just mind your business. That's the advice I give. Mind your business. But when I mean physical health, do things that make you feel good physically. So for me, when I work out, when I go walk, I feel good. Like I feel lighter. I hope that's a good word. Like I just feel lighter. I smile. The sun like loosens me up if it's sunny. Like my body like getting moving, it just puts me in a good energy. Also, watching what you eat. Making sure you don't let your emotions take over to where you start eating like complete shit. That happens. Okay? You want to make sure you're being mindful as to what you are putting into your body. And you also just want to make sure that you're getting some type of physical activity. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, do that. Whether you're walking around your house for 10 minutes, do that. Whether you're walking up the block, do that. You want to do sit ups, do that. Do whatever it is you want to do. But what I'm saying is, do not neglect your physical health. If you're hurting something, if your stomach is hurting, go to the doctor, get it checked out. Don't neglect your body, don't neglect your intuition. That's another thing. Taking care of your physical body also means trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. You know, if you feel like something is off with your body, that's probably no coincidence. So just make sure you guys take care of that. When it comes to your mental health, I always feel like mental health is always, for me, what makes my mental health great, like what really helps with my mental health and what keeps me leveled is really being able to give back. And I am looking for employment. I do not have a lot of money. Things are whatever. But I give meals to the unhoused here. My daughter and I, we, my motto is, if you can, do. Some people say, what does that mean? I'm like, exactly what I'm saying. If you can, do. If you can buy somebody a warm meal, do that. Sorry, y'all, there's a gnat flying around me and it's really bothering me. If I could sock it, I would. Um, if you can buy somebody a hot drink, do. If you can be a listening ear for someone, do that. If you can give back in any type of capacity, do it. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you're a good person, it just comes to you naturally, which is probably why people call me naive. I don't think there's many people like me, to be honest, where I can have not a pot to piss in, but I will share my non pot with you. Like, I just love to help, I love to give back. And I feel like if more people were like minded in that way of we're all one and we all can make this world a better place, if we just realize that we're a lot more alike and a lot stronger together. And the world just needs a lot more love and a lot more unitedness and a lot more oneness. And um, I'm starting here in my home, in my little city here, doing what I can do. And just a quick story. So I have a nice unhoused person who lives nearby, and my daughter and I were walking, doing our exercise. And it was cold. It was cold. And we went and brought her some soup and some other things. And she literally gave, well, she asked us first, of course. She's like, can I give you guys a hug? And we're like, of course. So she gave us a hug and she's like, you guys are true blessings. And, she gave me her phone number and, she asked me to continue doing good. And I was like, of course, yes, ma'am. People were looking like, you're letting that person hug you? Of course. I don't judge people based off of how you look or any of that. I'm an energy feeler. I vibe. That's my thing. And if I feel like your energy good, I just yeah. So I teach my kids that we might not have a lot, okay? But we have, it could always be worse. And I don't believe that God puts me in certain places or predicaments by chance or coincidence. I think I'm always meant to be there. But I love to teach my kids that people go through seasons. Everybody does, ups and downs. It doesn't discriminate. We don't discriminate. And that's what I'm trying to teach my kids. And I want them to teach that to the world. And when I say, you guys, I really have just been trying to do my part for the world, for humanity. That's all I've been trying to do. Like, I really do feel like the world right now really just needs a cleanse. It really just needs a cleanse. But I don't think we're going to get that until Donald kind of. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to look and see how long I was talking. We're going to need for that, So it's probably going to be a while. But I feel like if there are more people like me who truly believe that we're more alike than different, hopefully the world will be a better place. But on another note, so back to the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse usually makes people crazy, okay? So I hadn't been motivated. I hadn't been doing anything. I hadn't recorded none of that. So with the lunar eclipse, when that comes, y'all, basically you might feel physically sick. Sometimes you might feel a little stressed. You might feel like you're losing your mind. I'm going to tell you this. Like I said, you're always going to want to make sure that you take care of your physical health, your mental health. When I say mental health, that means doing things that make your heart feel good. Mine is giving back to other people. That's just my thing. Taking care of people, basically. Now, when I talk about your spiritual health and your spiritual hygiene, I am more spiritually in tune. Okay, so I believe in incense and meditation and all things spiritual world, stones, all that. I believe in grounding, I believe in earthing, I believe in all the good stuff. So, with the lunar eclipse coming up on Sunday, y'all know I definitely had to get ready for all the energies. Y'all, I got these from the local Dollar Tree. All my incense for all my chakras. And y'all know we get ready to go through them, okay? So, what grounding is really when you're either barefoot, preferably, and you're one with nature, with the ground, and you're feeling the frequency. It's almost like it's recharging your body, almost like it takes away the stress and negativity from your body. So for me, there are multiple ways to ground. You can either meditate, and when I do meditate, usually I will have certain incense. Um, Sometimes I will go into my front yard and I will just take off my shoes and I will walk barefoot in my grass and just kind of rub my toes in the grass. Sometimes I will go on a walk down a trail and I will just hug a tree. Yes, and a couple times I do think to myself, am I really out here hugging a fucking tree? I am, but I feel good about it. So it's okay. So, I also do that. So when I talk about my incense, all my incense have to do with my chakras, okay? And I usually prefer the ones that have dual usages so that way I don't have to have like a shitload of incense, even though I already like do. So, when you're grounding, certain incense that you want to use are ones that kind of have a woodsy type of scent. So, sandalwood, things of that nature. So, how do I want to, hopefully you guys know about your 7 chakras. If you don't, let me run them down. So you have 7 chakras. Okay. So when we go through the 7 chakras, the first chakra that I want to talk about, y'all, I have it on my screen. First one is the root chakra. That one is the most important to me because your root chakra is at the base of your spine. So kind of, down below. Okay. And so here's this incense I just got from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. So basically, your root chakra is how you're able to really connect with Earth, Mother Nature. It actually helps open up your root chakra. Um, and the purpose of your root chakra is with grounding, stability, security, and the sense of belonging. So again, the root chakra, Nag Champra. You can also go to your local like Indian market and just find Nag Champra incense. It does the same thing. It's good for grounding and meditation. Um, the next one I have here is for the sacral chakra. Now, your sacral chakra is like right below your navel almost, and the color is like a orange if you guys can see that. I don't know. I'll put them back up in a second. But Your sacral chakra basically governs your creativity, your pleasure, your emotional well being, and a healthy sexual appetite. So basically, if you're having writer's block, if you feel like you cannot create, your sacral chakra is probably blocked. Best way to clear your chakra, if you don't have not the solar plexus, the sacral chakra incense, twerk. Put on some Cardi B and twerk your life away. That's how you unblock your sacral chakra. Okay? Next, we have, let me make sure I say this right, patchouli. $1.25 again. So, the patchouli chakra, I hope I'm saying that right again, is the throat chakra. So, that governs healthy communication. So, if speaking is your, I don't know, if that's your career, it helps to make sure that you're good at communicating. Or if you have a hard time communicating, I would probably light one of these incense right before. So that way it opens up your throat chakra and you're able to communicate effectively. That's what I do. And it's also used for meditation because it is slightly relaxing. Then, y'all, last but not least, we got frankincense. Y'all, frankincense right here is for your crown chakra, which is up top, the top of your head. And this connects with your spiritual awareness. So basically, I use this one really when I'm trying to meditate, also when I'm trying to purify my home. And y'all, like I said, these are $1.25, all from the Dollar Tree. That's literally where I got these from. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to meditate this weekend. You know what? Maybe I'll meditate. Maybe I will record when I meditate on Sunday. Let me write that down. Yeah, I'll do a quick 10-minute meditation. That'll be fun. I'm even thinking about fasting on that Sunday because I think it's a full blood moon, actually. I don't know too much about that, but the lunar eclipse is enough. So anyway, after the lunar eclipse, which like I said, kind of teaches you a lesson, we're followed by I think it's a solar eclipse, which is on the 22nd of the month. I really don't know what the solar eclipse does, but I know eclipses themselves they're just, so if anything does crumble or come together this month in October, just know that's how it's meant to be. And just make sure you guys are remaining true to yourself and being authentic. I feel like I've talked you guys to death because, y'all, I have tried to record this video a fucking shitload of times and it just was not working. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff that I forgot and that I'll probably be like, oh my goodness, you forgot. But whatever, we're here. So yeah, hold on, let me take a second. Sure. Oh, well, this is gonna be for a whole nother video, but my daughter just told me literally this morning that they have a new horror movie coming out where Jesus is a serial killer. The world they doing too much. When you mock Jesus, but y'all, yeah, I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah. But yeah, y'all, I think that's really all I have to say. Just make sure with this eclipse season that we're in, like I said, from Sunday, September 7th to literally the end of October, just make sure to take care of your health all three ways: your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health and hygiene. Always make sure you're being a kind individual. Just, it doesn't cost you anything. If you can, do. That's all I ask. If everybody did that, y'all, the world, shit, we'd be unstoppable. So pass that on, just be well, everybody. And yeah, I'm sure I forgot some shit, but I will definitely be back on Sunday for the meditation session. Hey, maybe we can even go live. Maybe I'll go live. Maybe, y'all, I hear my kids are going, I don't know if they sing it or what, but I got to go. So thank y'all for listening to me babble here on Chantel's Combo Corner. Thank you guys for listening to me babble on another episode of Chantel's Combo Corner. And please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video or my channel if you feel like it resonates with anybody that you might know. And again, thank you for supporting me. And I love you guys, and my cheeks hurt. So I gotta go. Okay. Bye.